The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
It's the #1 cure for the winter blues. It's The Local Show right here on 570 WSYR.
That's not true.
Lots to do with Tom and Steve.
That's not true.
The #1 cure?
No, it's not.
I read it.
Getting on an airplane and for 3 hours and landing somewhere in Florida is the cure.
Yeah. You're probably going to do that soon. You get away.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to drag it out until April. Our wedding anniversary is coming up.
Very nice.
38-ish. I should probably know exactly.
Yeah, wow. All right. Nice. Congrats.
1987, whatever the math works out there.
Right.
So we typically do something like that, and we're going to go
They added that new airline. Remember, we had the guy from the airport on. They added the new
Breeze,
right.
is it?
Yeah.
But you actually,
Where's it going? Direct to what? No.
I don't even remember.
it goes to St. Petersburg.
Oh, does it?
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
The prices are great, but you got to sit on the wing of the plane
okay.
unless you take an upgrade.
No big deal.
And then there's a seat charge, and so you get a little bit.
You can handle
You
that.
add it all up, and but you know what? It's anywhere. I don't know. The cure for winter, Tom.
Yep.
Is when you're me, just go somewhere where you can fish
warm.
and the lure doesn't bounce off the top of the water.
Right, from the ice. Well, it's our pleasure to bring back on the show Dr. Warren Hilton. He is the president of Onondaga Community College, and we're so happy to have him here. Thank you, Doctor, for being here.
Well, happy to be here and with one of our newest alumni here, Tom, inspiring people to do just the same thing. So
since he graduated, he lost 35 pounds.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Did that too. Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's a connection.
We can use that as a marketing and promotion, right? Come to OCC, get a degree, and you lose 35 pounds,
Well,
right?
I learned how to read, so I was able to read the diet books, that kind of stuff. No, but thank you so much, and you and Ryan Nellenbeck for helping me out and getting that going forward. And a couple of my buddies saw that story and said, we're going to finish off too and get things done.
Yeah.
You've been here for how long as the president?
A little over a year and a half as president of Onondaga Community College. It's been a great time here in Central New York. Really enjoying it, and certainly lots of work to do at the community college.
Sure. Yeah. Where did you come from? Let's bring people up to speed as to where you came from and what your professional background is.
I'm originally from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Spent much of my life there, and I've worked in 2-year and 4-year institutions in a number of places, and really fell in love with, community colleges and what they can provide for our individuals in the community and how they help communities thrive.
Were you ever a teacher?
I was a faculty member, adjunct faculty member at several places along the way. Yes.
Do you have a specialty? Anything that you?
I've taught educational courses and public health courses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you teach Tom math? Because he can't do math.
Well, I'm not a good math teacher. I can tell you that. I leave that up to the professionals. Yes.
Genetics. My daughter has her master's, and she's got all her student teaching out of the way. She's ready to get a job, but she can't pass the math portion of the certification for New York State.
And math is always tough.
She misses it by 2 points.
Yeah, we're very thankful for all the wonderful math faculty we have at OCC who know how to do that. Yes.
Lots of changes, too, that are happening, and I mean in a good way up there, because, before it would be you go up and you get a business degree or, maybe do radio, television like Steve and I and that. But now, with Micron coming in and medical going through the roof, the needing medical people, and automotive, things like that. Tell us about all the new programs and things.
Yeah, so I think everybody listening can think of a time when, you needed your car fixed and you called, or you needed a procedure, you need to get blood work, whatever the case may be, and you're waiting for weeks. And so even before I got to OCC, our faculty went to work and started developing programs that were in line with what the community needed. And so now things like phlebotomy, home health care, CNA on the healthcare side, surgical technology. And what we're doing is trying to provide these things in a flexible manner. So we'll have an announcement soon about our phlebotomy program. Actually, you can do the majority of it online. So
really,
you won't have to come to campus to do the majority of the program. We have online programs in health information technology, And we're building even more online programs and working with various community colleges. The key here is really about what does the community need, and we try to work in ways to provide it.
It sounds to me like when you go to OCC, you come out and get a job, and you're making money. It's not like the old days where people would come out and I'm going to go bag groceries for a little while.
Well, I would say we do both. So we do. You can come to OCC on your way to a 4-year degree, right? And why is that important? 68% of our graduates last year graduated with no student loan debt.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
So when you think about that,
that's
you can
really
come get a degree, go transfer to SU, Lemoyne, ESF, or anywhere. Cortland, we have one of our graduates from last year who's on the basketball team at RIT.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
And so we do that, but we also do what we call here to career. So you come here, you get a certificate or a degree, and then you move on into a career. So we're doing both. We're staying true to what we've always done, that transfer pathway. And now we're building on that, those direct-to-work programs in various fields. So there'll be some announcements coming out about various, fields like welding. We're endeavoring to, you mentioned auto tech. We want to expand our auto tech program to do heavy equipment and diesel. And so we're really, thinking about what the community needs.
Yeah.
And if there's ways that we can provide it, either ourselves or working in partnership with others, then we're gonna do that.
We did the tour of the auto tech, and
Yes.
there's some
amazing.
there's some passion up there.
Yes, yes.
So a program like that, is there a waiting list to get in, or how does it? Because it felt like there's a lot of hands-on. You can't, if 500 people show up, you're not going to have room for them all. So how does that work?
Absolutely, yes. So I encourage people to apply sooner rather than later, because some of the programs do fill up. The electromechanical degree program, which everybody calls the Micron program, that filled up a month before the semester started in the fall, and over a month for the spring. And so when we think about that, the sooner you apply, the better. We continue to figure out ways to, like I said, try to put some of the content online to make it more flexible and not have to deal with some of those constraints in terms of classroom space. Harder to do in a program like Auto Tech,
Right.
but hey, if somebody's sitting at home and thinking, I want to get in the healthcare field, I'm working somewhere else, I don't have time to come to campus, we got online programs.
So let's imagine I want to become a phlebotomist. Do I get to practice on Tom?
No.
You said you can do it remotely. I'm just thinking, okay.
You can do the coursework from a distance online, but we coordinate with Upstate Medical, Crowell, St. Joe's, and a number of health professionals. And our faculty oversee what we call the clinical part of that.
How long does it take for someone to? Is that a 2-year thing?
No, phlebotomy you can be done in somewhere less than 2 months. Really,
Really?
The coursework takes about 5 weeks, and then after that, it's really up to you. You got to do 100 blood draws, and once you do that, right, you're certified.
Because you can tell, and Tom, you and I have had enough blood taken. In our lives.
Yes.
You can tell someone that has got it and someone that doesn't, someone that was trained right and someone that wasn't.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're excited about those online programs and the ones that are on ground, that we continue to look at how we meet community needs.
Another area that I hear is growing is HVAC.
Yes.
And, do you have that program as well?
We don't have that program now. That's
sorry,
one that that's one that we are endeavoring to build.
Okay.
So hopefully in the next 2 years, we will have an HVAC program, and we're going to focus that most likely on commercial HVAC instead of residential, with all the construction that's going to be going on in central New York.
Absolutely.
So what would you tell someone that says, oh, that Micron thing, it's not going to happen. I don't see any ground being turned over up there. I don't see anything. And you got all these systems and programs. What would you tell someone that would say, oh, I'll believe it when I see it?
Well, I'd say two things. Number one, I don't think Micron would be coming to town as much as they have been if it wasn't going to happen.
Right.
The second thing I would say is, let's just say it's not going to happen, but let's just say Micron doesn't, right? Mm-hmm. You got Wolfsbreed, about an hour and 15 minutes from here. Danfoss. You got Infocom right in our own backyard. All of these places are hiring people out of that degree program.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So it's not just for Micron.
It is not just for Micron. Yes, semiconductor advanced manufacturing companies exist right now in
Very nice.
Syracuse area. So, yep.
Oh, do you mind sticking around so we can talk to you some more?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I'm glad
good.
to stick around.
All right, excellent. Then we'll have more conversation with Dr. Warren Hilton. He is the president of Onondaga Community College. We're going to take a break for some commercials, and then we'll be right back on The Local Show on 570 WSYR. Stick around, folks.
The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back to The Local Show with Tom and Steve. It's a product of Zoey Advertising, where we champion local business, and we're happy to talk about all the different businesses that are around town and to get to know some of the owners, some of the family-owned businesses. Speaking of family-owned, the men in kilts did a great job. They kind of reinvented what they do. They do, some house cleaning and window cleaning, and I think they even clean out your gutters and all that. And he said, you know what? There's a lot of snow up here in Syracuse. Not this year, unfortunately. Yeah. But he said, why don't we do some snow removal too? And when we did have that big swath of snow, they came over and charged me very fair price.
Seems like their legs would get cold.
And they wore the kilts. Right? They really did.
I don't know.
They wore the kilts.
Is that the right thing to do?
I don't know.
Did they have
they're men among men.
Stockings on or something?
That's a good marketing tool.
That's right.
I don't know.
You got to understand, they got a lot of hair, those, people.
Yeah, the local show with guys on kilt, Thomas with kilts. Let's say no to that.
No, we wouldn't.
But
have
local
kilts.
business, there you go.
But local businesses all over the place.
Adapting and shifting into what's needed. Someone a long time ago said, if you solve a problem, you'll have a business.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
See a need, fill a need.
But I won't ask my plow guy to wear a kilt.
No.
I'm glad you got a plow guy because he's the president, Tom. He's very important. So he has a plow guy.
Warren
I just don't like shoveling the snow.
You got lucky coming up here on these mild winters.
You know what? Yes. I like to think that I brought the warm weather.
Yeah. In Philadelphia, how much snow generally do you get?
Oh, very little in the city.
In the city,
In
okay.
fact, most of the time, if there's more than 4 or 5 inches, the schools close. Everything.
Oh, really?
Everything
Okay.
is really
Is
shut
Philly
down,
one of
so,
those
yeah.
cities where they put a plow in the garbage truck and it looks stupid and goes by and you're like, what is that?
They do have the plows on the front of the garbage trucks. Yes, you know
Really?
Philly all
Oh, I
too
didn't know
well.
that.
It's
I
like,
didn't
what
know
is
that.
that?
And since it's such an old city, a lot of small streets, so the plows can't even get down those small streets. So hence, 5 inches of snow shuts the city down.
Isn't that something
Yeah,
else?
absolutely.
Did you live in the city or
In
were
the
you,
city,
Oh, you
yeah,
were.
yeah,
You
the
were right in there.
north, kind of northwest part of the city. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Have you, since you've been up here, have you had a hoagie or a
I've had a hoagie and a cheesesteak.
and a
up here.
cheesesteak? Yeah.
Yeah,
Can it compare at all?
There's some places that can.
Yeah.
There's a place out in Marcellus that has a wonderful cheesesteak. Holy cow! Yeah.
Yeah, chicken riggies?
I love chicken riggies.
'Cause that's
I
an
do.
up here thing,
I
too.
do love chicken riggies. I haven't got into Utica greens yet, but the chicken riggies, yeah.
Oh, Tom
And
can't.
I will. The bread up here rivals Philadelphia.
No kidding.
Yeah, the bakeries here.
Yeah.
very
Well,
good.
Tom
Very
loves, but
good.
Tom, you go to bakery a lot now?
Not anymore.
I had to slow down myself. Yeah.
No carbs.
Tom's 100% carnivore.
I love it.
Well,
You're looking good, Tom.
I
Looking
don't know
good.
about just, carnivore. Let's be clear on that. I eat the whole animal kingdom.
Okay.
Fish, pork.
That's all carnivore.
Well, some strict carnivores will just do beef, but
That's
I
why
do the
God
whole-
gave you those
that's
bicuspids
right.
to rip the meat. So
I do the whole
it's
thing.
okay.
You'll see me chasing down an antelope or catching a fish. Either way.
There you go.
So we were talking about OCC. I think I wanted to talk a little bit about the sports program up there too, because my son shoots some video and some still shots for the local high schools that have all their track meets up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
SRC is a jewel, huh?
It is. It's a wonderful facility. All of our athletic facilities rival that of Division II and III schools, some Division I schools in NCAA. So we're very fortunate of that.
Right.
As you mentioned, all of the high school sectionals are there. And we're very thankful. We have 17 varsity sports, over 250 student athletes. I say student first because they do well in the classroom. And we're adding next year. We'll have
any curling?
No, not curling and not pickleball. All good sports. Right. We're adding men's and women's wrestling. So we'll have 19 varsity sports. Nice. And we're very excited about that. We're excited about our new esports program that started roughly a year ago.
Oh, that's right.
And then competitive cheer we added this year. So
that cheer stuff, that's big time.
Yeah, that's like acrobatics and tumbling and all kinds of good stuff there.
Yeah, I don't quite get that. I don't know.
Oh wow, you have to be in shape, man.
I know it is, but it's I don't get it. So years ago, they made me take swimming when I was at OCC. Do they still do that?
No, there's no swimming class.
It helps the GPA though, Tom.
Well, anything. But we still encourage physical activity. We do have a YMCA on campus that our students can use, and certainly the community uses.
Can the students use that for free, or do they have to have a student membership?
Well, they have to be a student to use it.
There you go.
And their student activity fee covers the cost of it.
Okay, gotcha.
And the Y has been a great partner with us in providing that facility. And then we do some things for our own employee wellness. We do yoga and other things. And various times throughout the semester, we'll do wellness
So hold
days.
on, I got a very important question.
Yes.
Do you do yoga?
I haven't gotten into yoga yet. I do some meditation, things like that.
Very nice.
Yoga is like, I don't know. Tom, you ever try yoga?
No.
My wife does yoga sometimes. I just
it's good. Everybody that I know that does it says it's wonderful.
Yes.
So, and you got to try. From what I'm told, I've never done it. Goat yoga. How about that?
I don't have any idea what that is.
Yeah, you do yoga with goats.
Tom. No kidding, no. So I was interested in that hot yoga, looking for
Hot
something.
yoga does sound good.
I like the taste of goat. I don't know if that helps. I like Indian food. Goat's on the list of things.
They're not going to let you be involved.
Yeah, you can't come there with a spear.
No, not at all.
Have they expanded all the land to like build anything out there? Because I see it growing. It's on the hill up at OCC, and it seems like there's room, but then maybe there's not.
Well, I mean, there is room. We want to be very wise with taxpayer dollars. And so what we've been doing, instead of trying to build out, which costs a lot of money, is renovate what we have. So a lot of people talk about the Micron Clean Room Simulation Laboratory. We're building an HVAC laboratory, a welding laboratory. We're doing it in a space where we already have. We're doing a healthcare project that's going to be able to teach our healthcare students in a hospital-like setting.
Oh, very nice.
And so we're doing that in the space that we have to save our taxpayers' dollars. 50% of our operational budget comes from the taxpayers, and we feel strongly that we should use that money wisely.
Yeah, what do you like to do the most? Because you are like a ball of energy. When you start to talk about the school, you smile, and it's I know it's not put on.
You seem like an active president.
Right.
You know, you're not just
that's it, Tom. Not like
sitting in the office like who's the president up there? You know, everybody knows you.
You guys hit it right on the head. I like to talk to our faculty, our staff, and our students. I like to be out on campus, see what's going on, understand what's going on, and interact. Now, as the president, it's not like I can do that all day.
Right, you got obligations.
I have other obligations. But our students are really wonderful, hardworking people. Over 80% of them are working at least 30 hours a week.
No kid, I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's a real statistic.
Real statistic. Yeah. We talked about earlier that they're very conscious about economics. So 68% of our grads graduate with no student loan debt. So I just love spending time. Our faculty are really in tune and want to be with the students and teach the students and help them.
Yeah.
And our staff provide all the wraparound services. We have a food pantry. We have mental health counseling. We have a parent and adult learner suite. We have a children's learning center for student parents who need childcare, right? So all of that makes us who we are as a community college, right?
Wow.
What do you say to a young student who might be still in high school who says, I want to go to a 4-year school, but I don't want to go to OCC. They have a thing in their mind about a 2-year school. My son is in that camp right now, and he says, I want to go to New York University for film and stuff. Yeah. What can you do at OCC? Why would you encourage somebody?
Well, we have the same campus life that 4-year institutions have. We have 4 residence halls, so you can live on campus. We talked about our varsity sports, so you can go to sporting events. We have a pep band that plays at the sporting events. We have a musical. We have everything that a 4-year institution would have, right? Yeah. It's a community college, so you can get that affordable education and have that 4-year experience.
Yeah, and I think you get a chance to mature. I think there's
right,
and maybe dial in what you want to do on the horizon.
And save the money, like you said.
And save the money. Yeah. And by the way, we have a ton of adult learners on our campus, so those young people coming will be in classrooms with older folks, so they'll get that networking that we know is very important.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Well, Dr. Warren Hilton, I can't say enough about you, and I really mean that. I'm not just trying to blow smoke. You do a great job up there. President of Onondaga Community College. Great to have you in our community. Thank you. All right. Coming up next, we're going to kick off hour number 2 of the local show, and we're going to have conversations with Sev Ganella. He's the owner of Clean All in Syracuse. And then John Tomino, co-founder of In My Father's Kitchen, and Bob Griffin is the regional director of the New York State Small Business Development Center, which is up at OCC. Stick around. Hour number 2 of the local show starts really soon.